What's up everybody, Doomwake here, welcome back to another modern video on the channel. As always, before we continue, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the video. Before we continue, I just wanted to shout out to everybody who has been supporting the YouTube channel over the past month. The growth of the channel has been absolutely insane. About, not even a month ago, I was under 1,000 subscribers, and here we are. We're already at 3,000 subscribers. So huge shout out. Thank you again to everybody who has been supporting the channel and enjoying the content over the past month. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying making it. One more thing I just wanted to say, I know there's been kind of a bit of off on the schedule in terms of me uploading videos. I was trying to do one every day for a little bit, and now it's kind of been back and forth. I'm going to try to stick to a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 4 uploads a week, because I was just trying to figure out like what's going to work for me in terms of how much content. Doing it every day is a little much in terms of editing the videos and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and we'll go ahead and see how that works. So, without further ado, here is the deck that we have for today. This is actually from a VOD of a live Twitch stream that I did this past Thursday. I will drop a link in the description below if you want to go ahead and check out the live stream on Twitch. We're streaming every day on Twitch, about 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern. Try to go for about 7-8 hours usually. And yeah, so this is a VOD from last Thursday. This is a Asmo-Reanimator deck, as the title would say. So this deck is kind of interesting. What we're doing is we're pairing the Persist plus Unmarked Grave aspect of kind of like Entomb Reanimate. So these are 2 new cards from MH2. Persist returns a non-legendary creature from your graveyard to play with a -1/-1 counter on it. Unmarked Grave lets you search for your library for a non-legendary card and put it into your graveyard. Now, specifically, both of these say non-legendary because I assume when they were designing MH2, they didn't want people reanimating Gristlebrand on turn 2. So that's why you see the non-legendary clause on there. But that means we just need to find a fatty, a non-legendary creature that is worth putting into play. Well, thankfully, MH2 also brought along ARCHON of Cruelty, which is a 6/6 flyer. When it comes into play or attacks, your opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, loses 3 life, you draw a card, and you gain 3 life. So it's got a lot of words on it, and a very powerful effect when you're reanimating it on turn 2. You can very, very quickly run your opponent out of resources. And then as far as, because we're playing Unmarked Grave, which is a tutor of sorts, a tutor assuming you can abuse the card in your graveyard, you'll see 1 Terastodon for when you're playing against decks like Amulet and Tron and you need to blow up some lands, and 1 Sire of Insanity for when you're playing against Control and they tap out, and you could just go put Sire into play, discard your hand, and the game is probably over from there. Then we have 1 Unburial Rites, also Unmarked Grave for, which is notable if you have a discard outlet, but you don't have a reanimation spell, and you have an Unmarked Grave. You can Unmarked Grave for Unburial Rites, which you can then cast from your graveyard. So you get some utility there. It's kind of like, it turns Unmarked Grave into a reanimation spell as well, which is pretty cool. And then we also have Priest of Fell Rites, which is another reanimation spell. It's obviously a little bit worse than Persist because it's a creature, which means you have to untap with it. Not the easiest proposition sometimes. But just more of the same, more redundancy, if you will. And what we are choosing to pair that Reanimator package with is everybody's favorite, Asmo Cookbook. I've been in the kitchen, and this is what we're cooking up today. But you'll notice on the channel I've been playing a lot of Asmo decks on the Twitch stream as well as the YouTube channel. I think it is one of the most powerful cards in MH2, and kind of just been jamming it into every deck and seeing what sticks. But the one thing I will note about the Underworld Cookbook in this deck is even when you don't have Asmo, because you're abusing your graveyard in other ways with Persist and Priest of Fell Rites, sometimes you just have a Cookbook and a Persist and a Fatty. That's good enough. You just go turn 1 Cookbook, discard my Fatty, turn 2 Persist, which hopefully we'll see in the video. A little foreshadowing maybe. But yeah, I mean, Cookbook plus Asmo gives your deck this sort of plan B in the sense that you're not like all in on reanimating a fatty. You can play a normal game of Magic with, Asmo controlling the battlefield, Urza Saga generating threats. By the way, we are an Urza Saga deck. Why wouldn't be? Why wouldn't we be? Excuse me. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this deck. It's just a lot of moving parts. And one thing I noticed when I was playing this deck is a lot of the parts kind of just work well together. You know, like you have Bone Shards innate as a discard outlet for your reanimation draws, and it's also a discard outlet that turns on Asmore. So it's kind of does a little bit of double duty there. And then we have a copy of Pithing Needle and a Shadow Spear. Those are our best tutor targets for Urza Saga. And then we also have some Thoughtseize as Disruption. You'll notice, unlike, or also 3 Street Wraith to go with Asmore. You'll notice we only have 2 copies of Oval Chase Daredevil, and I've been pretty adamant about playing 4 copies in your Asmore decks because of the cookbook engine is so powerful. Well, the reason we only have 2 copies is we essentially have 6 copies. If we draw Unmarked Grave and Asmore, we can Unmarked Grave for a Daredevil to get the engine going that way, so we essentially have more copies of it without having to play the full 4 copies anyways, which is another nice thing about playing Unmarked Grave. So that's kind of cool too. Mana base, nothing worth noting with the exception of Urza Saga. One thing I will say, I actually realized this about halfway through the league when I boarded in Prismatic Ending. There should be an off-color Shockland in this deck. I believe you would probably want to cut a Swamp for a Blood Crypt, so I'll make that change now. This isn't a change that... the Blood Crypt wasn't in the league, but it's something I realized after the fact that was mentioned to me by Twitch chat. Just having access to a 3rd color for Prismatic Ending can be pretty important, so I think you definitely would want to do that moving forward. But that's pretty much the main deck. As far as the sideboard is concerned, we have a Spellbomb and a Lantern for Urza Saga tutoring purposes when you need some graveyard hate. Also, I think I'd probably bring in both of these against the Lurrus decks because they have Lurrus, Kroxa, Dragon's Rage Channeler. They just have a lot of stuff that interacts with the graveyard. And then we have some additional fatties here for when you want to kind of switch things up a little bit. I will note that I think Serra's Emissary is probably not actually that good. If you look at a lot of the decks, maybe with the exception of the blue-red Murktide deck, they're kind of spread out in terms of what removal spells they have. And a lot of times you get into these spots, even against creature decks, right? Like, let's say you're playing against Prowess, and you have a Serra's Emissary in play. Your opponent has 2 Prowess creatures, right? And you want to name creature because... well, they're beating you down with their Prowess creatures, but if you name creature, they can just throw a bunch of burn spells at your Emissary, and that'll die. But if you name instance, they can just start attacking. They can have, I guess they can't really pressure you with their creatures at that point. But I don't know, it's just like, there's just some spots where it's kind of weird. You know, like some decks have sorceries plus planeswalkers that kill it, some decks have sorceries plus instants that kill it. Maybe there's not a lot of those decks, but I don't know. I just found it kind of underwhelming. And a lot of spots I would rather just have an Inquiller or Sphinx of the Steelwind. So that's one thing I will note moving forward. This might be on the chopping block, but 3 copies of Prismatic Ending, just a very, very versatile card. Deals with Rest in Peace and some other sideboard cards. It's also just good at kill, like nice, efficient 1-mana answer to Ragavan, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Dothi Voidwalker, which is a pretty good card against this deck. Kaya's Guile for when you need some graveyard hate and additional removal. Just, again, very versatile card. Fragmentize for when you need to kill Rest in Peace and Leyline. Thoughtseize Brutality for when you're playing against control and you want more discard spells. And then Pack Rat as everybody's favorite RTR Limited All-Star as kind of a way to sidestep graveyard hate. When your opponent, has Rest in Peace and Leyline of the Void, a lot of times what they're doing in post-board games is they're trimming on their removal spells. So what happens is they cut their removal spells, you play Pack Rat on turn 2, and they look at their hand and go, uh-oh. So a card that can take over the game in the face of Leyline and Rest in Peace, which is pretty important. Is there anything else that I want to go over? I think I've pretty much gone over everything. So yeah, that is the deck tech. I won't keep you waiting any longer. Again, this is a VOD from the live Twitch stream. I'll drop a link for it in the description below if you want to go ahead and check that out. Without further ado, I'll see you back in just a little bit for our number 1. So, this hand's dope, right? We have Priest of Felrights, we can Bone Shards, kill their creature, discard Archon. Yeah. Hand fucks. Mm-hmm. Did I see Saffron Olive deck himself with it? No, I didn't, but I was very close to decking myself with it. Very, very close. I think I came like one card away, and if I didn't stack the triggers correctly, I would have decked myself. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. Are we playing against Mill? God, no. I really fucking hope we're not playing against Mill. I mean, I gotta play Priest here, right? Just use my mana more efficiently. Just like Mill has 4 surgicals and we're playing the Reanimator deck. That's cool. The lack on targets for well, we are if they surgical my Archons. Because I have 4 Archons, 1 Sire, 1 Terastodon. So well, it's not Alarm Bot because they have surgical. So surgical is the issue. People still play Mill. XD. XD. Alright, well, Thoughtseize you. See if they have a surgical. Show me the surgical. Thoughtseize before fetching. If I can just, like, take their surgical or take their counterspell, then I can just go land Grave for Archon and then sack this. It's also kind of sicko, because if I take surgical and they have Drown... Blue. Fractured Sanity. Okay. Okay, they didn't hit an Archon off of this, which is sick. Okay, so I guess we probably win now. So I should take just take Drown, right? Because they're gonna trap me, and then they can drown the Archon that I reanimate. Because I have to search for Archon, then they trap me, then I put Archon into play, and if I don't take Drown, they can kill it. So Drown just makes sense, right? Gray skies. I will survive. So these are their 6 cards. They can't trap me quite yet, not that it matters. Oh wait, do I just want to get Sire? What do you think about just getting Sire of Insanity? They have 2 lands, and I have a Saga in play? Sire's actually insane, right? Yeah, Sire's actually the stone cold nuts here. Yeah, it's absurd. Fuck yeah. Easy, Sire. Alright, well. Hello and good luck. Even if they draw a removal spell, we still have Saga to generate tokens. Yeah, this game, yeah, easy. Easy! Nice mill deck. So deck's broken? They'll snap John most likely. Right, if I get Archon, then they can get up, they just keep all their cards, and yeah. What do I want against the mill deck? Probably Inkwell Leviathan? Like, Inkwell seems better than Terastodon. You just want to go up to 75 cards? I mean, maybe. I could just bring in some Pack Rats, bring in these, bring in the Thoughtseize. I mean, honestly, like, all of these cards are reasonable. Not a single one of these cards are that bad, right? Do you want to go up to 75? 69? I kind of don't mind having extra threats, though. If they surgical these, I just want access to more threats. I could bring in this for, like, the thing. Actually, Needle sucks. Needle can go. Shadow Spear also sucks. I don't mind Spellbomb. Soulguide's fine, too, against Luris. Maybe 67? Or, like, a couple endings. 69, just for the memes. What's the idea on the Asmo stuff here? So this is a dumb question. I'm just trying to understand. It's a way to circumvent, like, it's a way to get around graveyard hate, right? It's just like an aggressive threat that deals with kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just a way to like, in addition to the Urza Saga package, it's just an additional angle of attack. That's the idea. So it's like you're not all in on the Reanimator package. You have other ways to win with Asmo and Saga. Emissaries fine versus their instance. Yeah, and I think most of their interaction is instance, right? They don't really have any sorceries. So I could just name instant. It's probably good enough. This hand sucks. This hand seems fine. Just put back the Sire. What's up, Bobsy? Glimpse is an instant or sorcery. Glimpse is a sorcery. But Glimpse doesn't kill the thing. The whole point is like they have very few ways to actually kill or kill Emissary that's not an instant. And I think they might actually have 0. I think I'm not gonna fetch here. Because the whole thing I'm trying to set up is not fetching before I cast Brutality. I put back the Sire when I Brutality to discard it. Well, I kind of want to protect it. I don't want a Brutality for it and get it surgical in response to Brutality, because I think it's my best target. So I think I want to just, like, Brutality, not discard, and then set up Persist plus Unmarked Grave on turn 4, I think. Like, I'm just going to duress them. They have drown. Yeah, drown's an instant, though. So if you Sarah's Emissary and name instant, they can't drown it. Right? Oh, yeah, no Lurrus either. They do have Bridge, probably. Fractured Sanity. Milled 2 Archons and an Inkwell. It's pretty good for this Persist. Oh, they have Ashiok. Fuck. That's also a punish for not... Yeah, god damn it. And now I can't search with Unmarked Grave. Sedge. 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 Figured I'd burn everything. Sedge. If that was a Thoughtseize, I would have snap taken Ashiok, but it was not a Thoughtseize. Yeah. Also milled over like 3 insane fatties. Yeah, that's a beating. Really unfortunate. Also, if I draw Street Wraith, I'm probably just going to cycle and persist it. Alright, so they play Delta, Ashiok. Cool. I also don't have a third color for ending. Probably just going to cycle the Soul Guide this turn. You left me behind. Not going to cycle it now, but... Figured I'd burn everything. At least the drown is bad? That's true, yeah. Gonna ending that. Black. Wouldn't you want to play the Thoughtseize first? I don't really... What if I had Fatal Push? It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Yeah, we don't have a third color for ending. I don't even think we have a third color in the mana base. I think I built the mana base wrong. There probably should be, like, an off-color shock land, or perhaps a Triome to be able to ending on 3, because we have a bunch of fetch lands. But I just chose to not add a third color to my deck, which is probably incorrect. So now the last two cards are Glimpse Snap. Vindicate. Yeah, I decided not to put... I had Vindicate in the first version of this deck, but I decided not to have it in the sideboard. Might be wrong. Alright, so they mill us. Yada, yada, yada. How many Archons have they gone through? 2, right? Saga would not be a bad draw. Draw a card. I know they have the Snapcaster in hand, but like I can't worry about that. I need to try and find some gas. They also chose not to take the ending. Fine by me. Go. So they can snap Glimpse. I go to 19. This puts me to 15. I mean, I'm probably just dead, but 5-0 with this. Asmo Root Wall, Adept, Neonate. Oh, the Vengevine deck? No Vengevines, though, huh? Interesting. No Vengevines. I feel like Vengevine is still good in this deck. Because you have Cookbook, Inquiry, Lore, and Insolent Neonate? Is there a reason you didn't want to play Vengevines? Okay, Snap Glimpse. Yeah. Resolves. Living an opponent last league, got a phone call, had to leave. Hopefully you won after that. Yeah, we won the last round. I kind of figured you had something to do, Lords. Surgical Extraction, Asmo. Okay. Can't cast it anyways. I have no way to discard a card. Joke's on you. It looks good. I just don't know why you're not playing Vengevine. I would definitely want to play Vengevine. Alright, opponent is taking their sweet-ass time. We are fucking dead. Probably should have just scooped to the surgical, but... We'll never relinquish. Nice. Alright, I'm off it. I'm off it. Submit. Over... No. You would definitely want to play Neonate. Maybe over Fiery Temper? Like, Fiery Temper, if you think about... Obviously, Fiery Temper is interaction, but if you think about, like, Fiery Temper is a card that is good to discard, same as Vengevine. So, like, maybe 3 Tempers and third Ox. Because 3 Ox is a lot, but it's probably what I would do. I would want to play Vengevine. Like, Temper's good, but Temper is kind of medium sometimes. You want Emissary over Terastodon, maybe? Yeah, I guess I'll buy that. I don't know if we got it in time. Thoughtseize into right, into Grave. This hand's dope. I think I'm not going to fetch first, because I can just play the first 3 turns without fetching. Yeah, I probably should have brought in the Emissary over the Terastodon. Sanity, Crab, Visions, huh? Just take Crab. Their hand's pretty bad without the Crab. Just gonna slam rights on 3. I will not be playing around Surgical this game. What's the name of the 3/3 creature for 1 mana? Asmo. I will not try to pronounce the rest of it. You're not going to get me like that. Probably should fetch early. I guess I maybe could have fetched there while we know that they only had one draw towards the thing, but... the question is, what am I getting with the grave? Let's do this first. Let's play Cookbook. See if we can bait a counterspell or something. I think I'm just going to get Sire. Because Sire is not only probably better anyways, but if they drew Surgical, I get to keep all the Archons in my deck. So I'm just going to go for Sire, I think. Show me the Surgical. Got me the way you used to. Drawing a card off Visions. Okay. Show me. The game has ended. Opponent does not want to play anymore. Got him. Alright, play first. Thoughtseize into Persist into Grave, or Grave into Persist. Seems fine to me. Seems fine to me. This is probably a matchup where I'm going to want to get Sire, but we'll see. Sees myself not good here. It's kind of aggressive if they have Force. But maybe because I have the second Seize, it's not that bad. You guys want to go for turn 2 Archon? Could. Is that better than going for turn 3 Sire? What's better, turn 2 Archon or turn 3 Sire? And turn 3 Sire backed up by a Thoughtseize. So it's like turn 2 Archon, no protection, or turn 3 Sire with backed up by a Thoughtseize. Right? I think I'm going to seize them first. I think I like that better. The other line's just a little too all in. It's really bad if they have Force. They didn't have Force. I think I take this. Well, hold on. Let me find a better song. If I draw a land, the Borrower doesn't matter, right? Because I can Thoughtseize before casting Persist. So I can kind of maybe just not care about the Borrower because I get 2 shots at a third land. So maybe I should just take Electrodominance because I'm going to be casting Unmarked Grave next turn. Yeah, so I'm just going to take Electrodominance, I think. I think that makes sense. Does Footfalls matter? Well, it matters if they draw... They have Gargadon, so it matters if they draw Balance. You know what I mean? And now if they have Balance, I don't... You know what I mean? I just don't care, because we took their Dominance. And I think Balance is probably the scariest card that they could draw when they have Gargadon. Alright, we drew the land. Pog. Hello, Nub. Hello, Nub. Also... Did we just get Sire? So they went Misty, Gargadon. Nah, I should just get Archon. The problem with Sire is they have Gargadon. But I guess Sire races Gargadon, right? I guess Sire probably races Gargadon. Big about Sire? Well, I'm going to cast Thoughtseize before I cast Persist. So. URS_ID. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. We're inching ever closer to that 500 sub goal. We're trying to get to 500 before the end of the month. Today is the last day of June, so thank you again for all of the support. Today has been insane. This whole month has been absurd. Y'all are the best. If I stream Neoform, I will sub. I'm streaming a Reanimator deck, Nub. Isn't that your jam? Yeah, but this says non-legendary. You can't persist Gristlebrand. If I could, then I would, you know? They discarded As Foretold. They got some Rhinos. Nope, they're choosing not to cast Rhinos. Okay. Beats. So they have Dominance Footfalls. I was gonna say, I guess they can still win this game if they draw. What you call it? They can still win this game if they put Balance on the stack. So I should probably be sacking this to try and find Thoughtseize. It's like the only card I care about. No, did not. Go. Hope they brick. Okay. I mean, they discarded Dominance last turn. Okay. They bricked. Archon is the definition for crewing your these. Oh, nub. Nub. Alright, so Thoughtseize good. Brutality good. Graveyard Hate not good because they're not playing Living End. Fragmentize kills As Foretold, which maybe is something I want access to. Do we think they have Lane Line of the Void? It might. So I could bring in Pack Rat. I don't know that I want to, though. What do you think, chat? Emissary shuts down all free spells. Well, it doesn't, because it just says you. It doesn't say your opponents can't cast those spells. It says you and creatures you control have protection from the card type, so they can still cast their sorceries. Yeah. Well, Oskibo, I know specifically with that. I know that Final Nub is trolling me, so when it comes to that kind of stuff, I know when people are trolling me. I don't know, Mr. Fringe. I think it's just that there's a lot of graveyard hate right now, and that's why people are scared to play Reanimator. I'm going to cut Rights because it's kind of slow. Also bad against Force. Needle sucks. I guess Needle can name Gargadon. Is that relevant? It can't be that relevant. Shadow Spear also probably doesn't seem relevant. Bone Shards is probably pretty bad too, though. So I guess I'll bring in Fragmentize over Bone Shards. It's also good if they have Leyline. Right, this thing kills Leyline. Yeah, 4 or less. And... maybe I keep the Needle for Gargadon? Seems so marginal, though. Inkwell Leviathan? Nah, it's not for good against Balance. I think Pack Rat's too slow. Maybe keep in 1 Bone Shards because it can like kill half of a Rhino if the game's about that. Yeah, sure. I don't know. And Newsy Fat Clouds. I gotta switch the cam when I do Fat Clouds though because the background is not like the clouds. Background gets all fuzzy when I do clouds. All right, game 2. On the draw, we have a 1-lander. It's a pretty good 1-lander with double Thoughtseize, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm risking it. The hand's so good. Well, not if they have Leyline, but this is when they have Leyline, right? That's the joke. Are there better persist targets in Modern? I think Archon is the best persist target. You might want to drop to 8. If I don't draw a land, I think that's reasonable. Oh, they have Sanctity. That's not the landline I was worried about. They also went to 4. I guess I can Thoughtseize myself. Because if I don't Thoughtseize myself, I actually can't Brutality, right? But I can just... Yeah, because that's better upside if I draw Persist. Yeah, so I'll Thoughtseize myself. Because now if I draw Persist, I can just do the thing, right? Need a sunrise in the dark. Oval Chase Daredevil. That's basically Persist. It's pretty much the same thing, right? Well, no, it just makes it. It just turns our ley line on ourselves, right? It's just 5-head. Like a phoenix, I rose from the ashes. Oh, this thing targets? Oh. Wait. Why didn't I draw a card? Is that a bug? Because even though it's not targeting them, I should still get a part of it, right? No legal targets? Yeah, but it's separate lines, right? It says target opponent, sacrifice a creature, planeswalker, discards a card, loses 3 life, period. You draw a card and gain 3 life. Are you sure it's all one ability? I thought it was... Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize that. Okay. Beats, I guess. I thought it was separate abilities. Okay. Into the dark. Yeah, we still have a 2-turn clock. What's up, Tad? Support. Oh no, now I have a turn 3/6/6 flyer? Right, yeah. That's worst case scenario. Alright, attack you. I think I'm gonna play around rhinos here and not attack with Asmore. Because they could have balance plus rhinos. Yeah, I'm gonna be a coward here. I'm gonna be a coward. I am going to be a coward, chat. Alright, get this back. Your move. Coward stream. Coward stream. Still gonna be a coward. Still going to be a coward. Because it doesn't change the clock, right? Does not change the clock. Might as well cast this. Get rested on. Here you go. Yeah, the only time it would have changed the clock is if I attacked the first time, because then it's a 2-turn clock. But once I've decided I'm not attacking the first time, attacking the next time is kind of whatever. So, I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm just not sure if I want to cast Thoughtseize on turn 1 or not. So what I could do is I could Thoughtseize myself and then play Priest. The problem is if I Thoughtseize them and don't draw a way to discard Archon, then I'm short, but I think it's just better to Thoughtseize them. Amulet? Amulet? Huh. I think I just take Azusa? I'll also take Grazer. Their hand does not seem great. Could also just take Pact. I kind of think Azusa's right. I'll take Azusa. This also leaves them with a play if I drop bone shards, but I guess if I leave them with a Zeus, that's the same thing, right? I still give them a target for bone shards. So they went Grazer, Fountain, Forest. They have these 3 cards. I think I'm going to choose to not Thoughtseize them because that Thoughtseize can target myself for Archon. So I'm just going to go Forest Rites Pass. Or Swamp Rites Pass. You think Take Pact? Maybe. Maybe Taking Pact was better. What mana do I use for EE to blow up Chalice? Any amount of mana. If the Chalice is on 0, you need to use colorless mana. So if you have colorless mana, you tap 1 colorless mana to play the EE, so it's equal 1, but it's 0 colors. Alright, so they have Pact and 3 Unknowns. Alright, Thoughtseize myself. Hope this is good enough. It might not be. Definitely might not be. Are they discarding? Probably not the Pact. They discarded Explore. Okay. You may proceed. Sanctuary against Mill. Probably 2, yeah. 2 makes the most sense. So Sanctuary, pick up a thing. So they have Pact, Radiant Fountain. Okay. Oh, that was a sicko draw, right? Well, it doesn't matter. They sack these Zeus, they still can't Titan me. Unless they have Castle. I see. Okay. So that's probably what they have then. Because they can't Titan me without Castle, right? So they discard the Fountain. Yeah, so if their hand is Titan plus Castle, I mean, we're still in good shape, right? I'm just going to pass and make a construct. Alright, they didn't draw Castle. Cool. Game numero dos. Thoughtseize good. Prismatic Ending good, because you can kill Amulet with it, I think. I don't think any of these fatties are better than Terastodon and Sire of Insanity, so I'm going to keep my fatties the same. Rights is probably too slow. Guile sucks, Pack Rat sucks, this card sucks. These are... Fragmentize is reasonable because it kills Dryad and Amulet as well. So I can see these 4 cards being good. Shadow Spear is probably unnecessary. How good is Bone Shards against them? Emissary, name creature or land? Well, I guess if you name land, the only way they kill you is Titan, like attacking with Titan. Well, I don't know if they can beat Emissary, but I also know they can beat Sire or Terastodon, right? Like, is Emissary better than Sire or Terastodon? I guess I could cut an Archon for an Emissary. I could do that. I can cut an Archon for an Emissary. That might be fine. What does Needle do? I guess it tags like the Haste Land, but that's probably not that relevant. I kind of want to keep both Daredevils. I think I might just cut Bone Shards, honestly. Because I'm bringing in Ending and Fragmentize to keep them off of Amulet. I guess I could trim on Street Wraith instead of Bone Shards. Kind of like this. Kind of like the way this looks. I'm going to try this. So this hand, if we can draw or cycle into a fatty, we're good. I'm keeping. Better believe I'm keeping. Unless they have Endurance. Endurance would not be good for us. Amulet, okay. With this. Well, there's the fatty. There is the fatty. Turn 2 Street Wraith? Nah. Nah, 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 nah. Turn 2 Straight Wraith is not it. Kind of feels like they might have endurance. They did keep 7 pretty quickly. I mean, I can't really play around it. It's also not clear that Archon's good enough. They can just, like, discard a card and then Titan me, right? Maybe we'll draw Sire of Insanity. Mod check Sire of Insanity? That one's pretty good. Oh, man. Oh, they're off it. What happened? What happened? Where'd they go? What happened? Come back. Basic Plains, huh? Basic Plains is not it. Basic Plains definitely not it. Man, that's the downside of playing Priest of Felrites. That is the downside. Should I keep this hand, chat? I think this hand's actually really close. Like, really, really close. Like, if they're playing Amulet, Asmo can just solo them. And that's kind of why I want to keep it. Like, this feels not very close? I don't know. I think if Saga was a colored land, I'd probably keep it, but the fact that we have, like, we have to get very lucky to turn 2 the thing. Okay, this hand plays. This hand plays. Do you think I will solve them? Okay. If we draw Daredevil, we're in business. Just keep holding me, I can't... Or we're just dead on turn 2. Nope, not dead on turn 2. So I don't have to make a food here, right? Because I can just go make a food, play Asmo, play second cookbook, make a food. Yeah, so I don't need to make a food here. So, let's discard this. Cast this. Get the book, play Saga, play this. Pass. I'm not dead yet. Grave for Daredevil is nice. Yeah, so we essentially have 6 copies of Daredevil, right? Like, even Grave is a good draw here. And I think for the most part, their deck has a pretty hard time beating Asmo. The second Amulet definitely allows them to get around it because they can just make 2 Titans in the same turn. And I only have 1 activation up here, so they definitely could beat the Asmo. 2 Amulets is how they do it. Without the second Amulet, it's kind of tough, but... So they can get... Well, unless they have a Dryad or an Azusa, they're short on another one, right? Unless they just have another one in hand. If they have another one in hand, we're probably dead. So we can only kill 1. Okay. No, they don't have spells to save it. I'm not dead yet. So I guess they're going to get Dryad? No, they're just passing. So I probably should discard here. I should have kept the clearing. That was dumb. I don't know why I discarded the clearing. Yeah, I should have definitely not discarded the clearing. Because I could have played clearing, sack clearing, draw a card. I guess it's kind of the same thing, right? But it gets me 1 card closer to Daredevil. Because now I probably just have to pass? Is the Sultai Asmo mana too bad in the end? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything. I mean, I could just, like... I could kill Titan and attack, but I think attacking is kind of moot. I don't think 3 damage is going to matter too much. I'm just going to pass. Need to pressure them too? Given that we have... Well, I guess we're not going to have Persist any longer. Yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot. We needed to find Daredevil. If we had Daredevil, we could have played land, made a token, and shot 2 things. It would have been a lot better, but... Needle is main deck, so I could name the Haste Slam a Needle next turn. Yeah, we could get it, but... I don't know that it's going to be fast enough. I'm going to shut this thing off for like 10 minutes. Uh-oh. Power is flickering, chat. The power is flickering. Yeah, we were probably dead either way to the second Titan. They got Saga T-West, huh? Okay. The third world country of the United States of America. I love food. I guess I got punished for not playing my land, huh? But if I play my land, then you just haste this one, and then, yeah. Sucks. I think I'm not going to discard. Try and spike Daredevil. Alright. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Alright, do the same thing again. Ending. Fragmentize. Thoughtseize. Emissary. Trim an Archon. Trim a Rites. Cut the Shards. Cut the Needle. Cut the Shadow Spear. Yeah, that's what we did the last time. FNM in a few hours. Should I buy blue? Should I go blue-black food or go Gory food? I have the cards for both. Probably blue-black. Diodice. Diodis. Needle's only good in very specific scenarios. I mean, it's okay against T-West, but it's also kind of slow against T-West. Maybe on the play it's a little bit better, but I don't know. I haven't found Needle to be too good. Like, when I'm playing food, I usually cut Needle against Titan. I mean, keep. Not gonna mulligan this hand. You know. You know. Not gonna mulligan this hand. Titan can turn 2 with Amulet. No other deck can do that. Well, this says turn 2, and my opponent conceded the game, so... Just kidding. Just kidding. Nothing left to love. We do have a plan. It may not be the best plan, but we have a plan. Rights costing 1 less, not worth having 1 copy over the priest. You mean in this matchup? In this matchup, Rights is just too slow, I think. I don't think we're ever going to have time for Rights. Yeah, I'm going to Thoughtseize myself on turn 1. Liars, cheats, and hypocrites. I'm 100% Thoughtseizing myself on turn 1. That is happening. I already knew I was going to do that, you know, before I even kept the hand. That was going to be something that was happening. Rights being searchable for persist is great grind value. Yeah, but like that's not what this matchup is about, you know? Like we have Enter Barrier Rights in our 75, but I boarded it out for this matchup specifically because we just don't like that's not what the matchup is about. You know? Yeah, if Troll King had 7 toughness, I'd be much, much more in on black green, but it's just not very good in the mirror. But I never change them. Mirror's the same with Trail as well. Yeah, like I think the green cards give you a slight advantage in the mirror, but I think I would much rather have more versatile answers to like things on the stack. Like if you think about it from the perspective of people are boarding in a lot of sideboard cards, like I don't know, Shatterstorm and the green cards don't necessarily have versatile answers like Rebuke for those cards, Rebuke and Gust. So I just prefer to have the blue interaction because I think it covers more bases. So turn 2 wins. What's this? Ooh. You added the Vengevines, I see. Nice. Not the time for saving. What version would I play if Urza was not an option? I don't have them. Definitely Black Green. Black Green is, I think, the second best version, but and I think Black Green is still good. But if you don't have access to Urza, I'd play Black Green. All right, opponent went to 6. Just gonna get a basic. Massacre Worm, yeah. Watch them have the Natty Bog. Oh my god, if they have the Natty Bog, okay, good. I was gonna say, man, if they had the Natty Bog, I would have been so sad. So sad. Liars, cheats, and hypocrites. Did I reveal hand to my opponent? Yes, that's so. Thoughtseize says target opponent, target player reveals their hand. So that is part of the Thoughtseizing. I mean, they could definitely beat this, but drawing the ending for Amulet is huge. Assuming I don't die this turn, but like if they play this, they're just gonna have to sack it. Can they kill me? Bounce land 4. Grazer 5. I guess they can put another 3-drop into play? I don't know. I don't think they can play Titan here. So I did my math wrong. Looks like they have Dryad. Yeah. Okay. So the last 2 cards are probably Vesuva Titan. Okay. So I'll attack first. Mr. Shiver in the river. Wait. Oh, so they have a sanctuary. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. I missed that. I don't know why I thought they had a other thing in hand. I do. All right, they're off it. I could have sworn that they picked up the Vesuva, but I must have just missed that. Okay, so their last card was Bounce Land. Anyways, submit. Some of the Titan list took out Bog. Well, they usually still have it in the sideboard, right? I don't think I've ever seen a Titan list without Bog in the 75. Like, they have to be playing in the 75, right? Yeah, most of them got Sakura Tribe Scout. What's up, Chris? Can we afford a Triome? Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I think there should be, maybe not a Triome, but I think a Blood Crypt somewhere in the list as a 3rd color for ending and also to hardcast Sire of Insanity, because, I mean, it only costs 6 mana. But yeah, there should be a Blood Crypt in this deck. I just forgot it when I was building it. Watery Grave. I feel like you get more mileage out of. Well, yeah, I think you're more likely to cast hardcast Asmo, right? Oh, this hand's awesome. We get to turn 1 Fragmentize if they play a Saga or an Amulet. Turn 2 Unmarked Grave. Turn 3 Persist. Yeah, this hand's nuts, right? GG's Def Chad. Yeah, that match actually went on YouTube. That was that league. That was the longest league I've ever played. Well, the longest YouTube video I've ever had for sure. It's like almost a 2-hour YouTube video. I tried to cut it down, and I did cut it down from like 2.5 hours. I was not expecting games with that deck to go that long. I did 4-1 that league, by the way. You're the only person to beat me in that league. I did 4-1. So thanks for taking my trophy from Spike's lead. It's modern to turn 2 format now. I think turn 2 is a little aggressive, but turn 3, turn 4. Snillis. Oh. They play Amulet. What do we kill, chat? I think we kill Saga, right? Because if I kill Amulet, they just get another Amulet with the Saga. I guess I can cycle first. It's got to be the Saga, right? Yeah, it's got to be the Saga. So I wonder why. Smoothie makes her nervous. Well, if I kill the Amulet, they just get another one, right? So I think killing the Saga's good. Elvish Reclaimer, huh? Oh, that's gonna get Bog. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I gotta play Priest here then, right? This sucks. Are the most embashing deadly people. Yeah, well they're going to, right? They're just gonna hold up Bog. Or do Street Wraith. I guess I could have put Street Wraith. Oh, that was a good draw. Oh, I boarded out the Needle though. Fuck! Needle would be so good here. Well, I can set up double reanimate next turn, right? No, I can't. Well, I can. If I persist now, I lead on Priest, they bog me, and then I just go Grave Persist again. So I just go Saga Persist go. Or Saga Grave go. No, because I only have one Grave, right? Wait, can I do this as an... Is this only as a sorcery? Shit. Because I could respond to the bog, but I can't do that. How do I get around this? You think reanimate the Street Wraith and like maybe force the bog? See what they do? I mean, they're just not going to bog me, right? They're just going to let the Street Wraith happen. Yeah, it's as a sorcery. I mean, I could persist the Street Wraith. Yeah, I know it doesn't force it. But it's some pressure. It's unblockable. And then I can just like start beating down with Street Wraith and Saga if I hopefully have time for that. Because none of my other lines are that good, right? I think I'm going to persist the Street Wraith. Fire. Because we have Urborg, so they can't block it. I mean, there's no way they're going to bog this, but, you know. I guess maybe they bog this, and then they can hold up Vesuva next turn, but no, they just don't do it. Sure. Oh, it's only a 2-3. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that was dumb. Trade's probably bad for me. I forgot it's a 2-3. Yeah, this play was bad. Am I supposed to do... Man, I'm still probably going to lose this game. Maybe if I had Needle in my deck, I'd be okay, but... I really haven't seen these Reclaimer versions of Amulet around. I feel like they've been mostly surpassed, but... No, they didn't. They never showed us Reclaimers up until now. Sag. Deck. There's no way I can force it, right? Could Grave, Persist, do this. Another Grave is a good draw. The problem is they have Vesuva too. They can just Vesuva me the turn after, right? But maybe forcing them to sack the bounce land is good? But they can just get another one, right? It's not even good. I don't know. Think forcing it's good? I mean, forcing it also allows us to potentially draw another copy of Persist, right? Or another copy of Grave, because we can just go Grave, Persist, force it, and then leave this in play. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's fair. I mean, if I draw Asmo, Asmo probably still wins this game, right? Like, almost certainly Asmo wins this game. I think I'm going to keep the Priest in play. Fire. 2 mana is the activation cost. Yeah, they do have 8 power. I need to find an Asmo. Asmo probably gets me out of this, but... What can we fetch off Saga? Not much. I boarded out the Needle and the Shadow Spear, so it's just, yeah. Yeah, it's just Cookbook. So I boarded out the Needle and the Shadow Spear. Well, they're doing some stuff. Okay. Anyway, they just have a Titan. I'm probably dead. Yeah, I was not prepared for these. We didn't see these in the first 2 games, and these decks usually don't play Reclaimer. I think Reclaimer has mostly been, like, surpassed. Like, I don't think you need to play Reclaimer. It doesn't offer you a ton. But... that sucks. Never board out the Spear. Yeah, losing to Reclaimer is kind of a tilt. Okay, that sounds fine. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. Reclaimer just seems so odd to me. Indatha Triome on a mull to 5. Okay. Had it. GG, well played. So one I never will be. I hope it's a zoo deck. Second Indothitrium, huh? Kind of want to just play Priest here. I'll play Priest. Bleachow gifting a sub to Hollow Boy. Thank you for the gifted sub, Bleachow. Much appreciated. Inching ever closer to the 500 sub goal mark. We're almost there, chat. Trying to get to 500 subs before the end of the month. Thank you again for all of the support. I really appreciate it. Sylvan Cariatid. Okay. I guess it's probably better to just cookbook it, right? Just get a free food out of it. Yeah. This is Pioneer? I don't know. Unclear. Unclear if this is Pioneer. Goryo's deck went out Through the Breach. I would think a couple would add something. The Goryo's deck that we played yesterday did have Through the Breach. No companion now. I don't know what they're doing. You know what it could be? It could be the Soul Flayer stuff? Maybe it's Soul Flayer. Discarded Flicker Wisp? Alright, alright. I see you. I see you. I could play the second. Nah, I'm just gonna pass. Sire Reanimation gave me Legacy PTSD. Dude, when the Sire comes up, it's dope. Some misery. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Woodland Cemetery. White-black. Charming Prince. Some sort of Abzan Blink deck? Okay. Gain 3 life, Pog. 3 life has been acquired. Plus 3 life, by the way. Ooh, Shadow Spear on an Archon? I'll just attack first. Shadow Spear on the Archon. I attacked first because I wanted to try and cast some other spells, but looks like I got punished. Alright, they're at 2. 2. I don't know what to do. They discarded Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. I'll play this. Go. I don't know what's happening. How do we ever beat 2-mana gain 3? How do we ever beat Cataclysmic Gearhulk? I guess I'll keep my Archon. Alright, I don't know what's happening. Charming Prince, Flicker Wisp, Sylvan Caryatid, Cataclysmic Gearhulk, huh? Monka, Unclear. I don't know. I assume Needle is not great. I think. Kind of want to keep everything else. When in doubt, bring in Thoughtseize. I don't know. Do it alone. Everybody else. Dude, it is so hot in here. My AC is officially out of commission. And it sucks. It's been working all day. I don't know. This is rough. It's rough. I'm just gonna say it's rough. Keep, I think? Yeah, sure. Seems pretty good if we drop Persist. Can, like, Bone Shards kill their thing, discard Terastodon. Bring an angel name some weird crap for the card type, yeah. They love their turn 1 Triomes, though. So I can find my way back home and I don't want to do it alone. Whoa. Whoa, chat, we have figured it out. We have figured it out. We have figured it out. They are on a dubious challenge. Dubious. Very, very dubious of you. They drew another Triome. It's kind of sad because I can't play Bone Shards now. Alright, go. Maybe we're both the same. It's so hot. Oh my god, chat. Okay, Temple Garden, Charming Prince. Alone. Oh, I don't want to do it alone. Alright. So, Bone Shards, kill this, discard Terastodon, play Asmo, play Saga, play Cookbook. Keeps changing. I've been thinking that maybe I'm to blame. Both the same. Dude, so hot. AC's been working all day. I don't understand. Turn it off a little bit again, I guess. Try and recycle it. I don't know. You like someone else. White, white. How do they break dubious challenge? So Charming Prince specifically says exile another target creature you own. So if they put Charming Prince into play and I put a big thing into play, they technically still own the big thing, so they can just blink it with that. Or get 2 things, trial, make me sack the thing that I get. You know, like if they get 2 big things. I don't know why this card is in their deck. That one I'm not sure of. It's to kill Archon. Maybe. Okay. Draw. Tilt. Play clearing. Bass. We are doing nothing. To fight the big flyer? Yeah, I guess, but they have to have enough creatures in their graveyard, right? Yeah, so they have to get it to 5. They have to have 2 creatures in their graveyard, because they have to get it to 5 power. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's fair. I don't really know like how many creatures they have and what their creature base looks like, but maybe, yeah. Right, 2 if it's persisted. So it's not that unreasonable. Why not make food there? Seems better than the land, given that you're using constructs. I mean, the food's just kind of... I can make food at any point. And if I draw Asmo, then I'm going to get another cookbook anyways, so it's not like I have to... I'll make food here that I bricked again, but... It's, like, mostly unnecessary. I don't want to trade there. If I block it to trade. Priest of Fell Rites. Alright, let's make a thing. And then I guess I'm going to get Shadow Spear? Sure. I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna play Priest. Probably just make another food. Making a food here is bad if I draw Asmo because I can't cast it. And it's the same clock, right? 6 puts them to 12 and it's still lethal. 5 puts them to 13. Well... No, because I have this that... Yeah, no, it's actually better to make a food here. Because I have the clearing to get the card back anyway, so this is fine. Well, I have the clearing to get the card back, right? So I don't necessarily need the card as much. But... Man, this is bad. I mean, I shut the AC off for a little bit just to see if I can reset it, but... It's been working all day. You've been waiting. Saga's really like I played a single lane and it's done more than my opponents. Yeah, exactly. And that's just why like Saga is so broken. Games like this where you just don't do anything and then you draw a Saga and all of a sudden you're attacking for lethal 2 turns later, you know? That was a bad one. Hold on, I'll give you another one. That was better. It says more cooking on my background. Yeah, maybe that's why it's so hot. Alright, so I'm going to put Terracodon into play. That sounds cool. Alone. Is it sickening that I just want to put Asmo into play? I kind of want to just put Asmo into play. I'll draw a card first. I guess I can do both now. December. I was passed out on the floor. I should probably attack first, right? Well, I'm just going to Terracodon my own stuff, right? I'm just going to blow up 3 of my lands. Or, like, 2 food and a land. What's that first? Snakes of... What am I smoking? It's a vape. It's sour apple flavored. Question is, will they let the elephant carry a spear? Maybe. Alright, so they go to 7. Oh, I should have made a food there. I'm dumb. Because I'm just going to make a food now anyways. I missed a point of damage, chat. I missed a point of damage. This. I was passed out on the floor. Your go. Remember, it's been a long, lonely December. Guess White Gear Hulk? Oh, fuck, yeah. I hope they don't draw White Gear Hulk. Maybe I should have blown up one of their lands. Just so they would need a land and the Gear Hulk. Could have blown up, like, a land and 2 of my own things. I probably didn't need to blow up 3 of my own things. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have blown up one of their lands. The vaping episode of Family Guy? I don't think I haven't seen that one yet. That's fair by Brigano. That's what we're here for. They keep Gear Hulk in the 3-2. Probably the 3-3, right? They actually have it? Oh no. They actually have it. Well, it's not good, right? No, it's actually still bad for them, because I just kill the Gear Hulk, keep Terastodon, Shadow Spear, and then they keep a 3/3, and I have a 9/9 flying, or a 9/9 lifelink trample, right? Yeah. So it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad for me. Maybe better to blow up one of their lands, but what have they done to deserve the gift of a 3/3? Yeah, that's fair too. They drew Glimmer Point Stag. Okay. Blow up the construct. Mm-hmm. Construct down. So they're dead? Yeah, they're dead, right? Just look up the Terrasodon and shove. To my love, they were always a part of me. I'm so far away. This one should be a 4/1. I think they're dead, right? Triple block there. Block, block, block. Yeah, they're dead. They are dead. 4/1, chat. 4/1, only losing to Reclaimer. Which, if we had Needle in our deck, I think we would have won that game, but I just boarded out the Needle, not knowing they had Reclaimer, of course. If I had seen Reclaimer, I would have kept in Needle, probably would have won that game, could have been a 5-0, but it is what it is. Like, we didn't see Reclaimer until game 3, and that I had already boarded out the Needle. Alright, 4/1. Deck felt pretty good. I like this deck.